Jay-Z got disrespected like toward the twilight of his career by Wayne and Drake. He always wanted to stick it to those motherfuckers. And the best way he killed one stone, puts Kendrick to perform in Wayne City while he's probably going to perform the biggest song in the world, Not Like Us, like 30 times at the Super Bowl.
Let's be clear. Drake does not want Kendrick to perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. That is the play here. All this is because he does not want Kendrick to perform that song Super Bowl. Lord child, it's nasty.
I remember when I was about like 17 years old. I was in a parking lot and I was watching Jay-Z do a show.
There's no reason why Lil Wayne should not be performing the Super Bowl. There's one person who's stopping this. I know, it's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. This is payback. Who's Lil Wayne artist? Drake.
The drama between Jay-Z, Drake, and Lil Wayne just took a wild turn. And word on the street is that Jay is seriously pissed at Drake and Wayne for allegedly trying to mess with Kendrick's Super Bowl halftime show. But people in Drake's camp are still out here claiming that Jay-Z is using the Super Bowl as a chance to get back at Wayne and Birdman and get revenge for his past issues with Cash Money. But let's just say most fans are not buying this, and they're saying all these conspiracies about Jay-Z using Kendrick to settle scores with Birdman and Wayne are probably coming from Drake because he's still bitter about losing the beef with Kendrick. One thing's for sure though, this whole situation is about to blow up, so let's break it all down.
Jay-Z has spoken out on Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl announcement. In a statement shared by Hot 97, Jay-Z praised Lamar's upcoming Super Bowl performance, calling him a once-in-a-generation artist.
So in case you're out of the loop, Drake's been making major waves lately with his legal drama against Universal Music Group. But now he's turning up the heat even more, and word on the street is that Drake is threatening to sue the NFL if they let Kendrick Lamar perform his diss track Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. But here's the thing, Jay-Z, who's been overseeing the NFL's music strategy through Roc Nation since 2019, apparently stepped in and warned Drake not to mess with Kendrick's performance. Now we all know Jay-Z and the whole Cash Money, Young Money crew haven't exactly been best friends for years, and some insiders are suggesting that Jay might be behind Kendrick's Super Bowl slot as a way of settling old scores with Birdman and Wayne. Remember how 50 Cent hinted that Jay tried to block him from performing at the 2022 Super Bowl? 50 even said Eminem had to step in, and he still wasn't allowed in the Super Bowl ad.
I wasn't in the ad because of look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. Mm-hmm. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
So if Jay-Z has made moves like this before, who's to say he isn't pulling the strings with the Kendrick pick too? Well, Nicki Minaj and Birdman definitely think so. Nicki went off on Jay in a series of posts on X and said that despite being on top of the world, he's still spiteful and evil. Go be Evan happy, Nicki wrote. In rap business, in women business, when you got the politicians and the police, you good though. Plus that ugly Laffy Taffy alien. But Nicki didn't stop there. She also added, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT? Nola was good. Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. A white man. It's sad. And then Birdman joined the chat, backing Nicki's comments and saying, shaking my effing head. These P-word, Nicki, Drake, Lil Wayne, YMCMB, I'm making these. Respect us. On Gladys. Hating is for real. Meanwhile, some other people in the industry also started speculating that Jay-Z is behind Lil Wayne's snub. Mason Cameron claimed on their podcast that Jay could be using Kendrick to settle some old beefs with Wayne and Birdman.
Listen, I love Kendrick Lamar. I love the pop-up. I think he's one of the top artists of this generation, period. Hate the selection. It's in New Orleans. You don't get Lil Wayne. That's what we doing?
Yeah.
Listen, you don't get Lil Wayne in New Orleans for the Super Bowl. Not just Hot Boys, Cash Money, all the songs Lil Wayne's done, whether it's Blink 182, there's no reason why Lil Wayne should not be performing the Super Bowl. There's one person who's stopping this. I know, it's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. This is payback. Who's that? Who's Lil Wayne artist? Drake.
Yeah,
this
hating at this age is crazy.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. It's ridiculous. Like Mike, this some hip hop. I don't know what's going on. To be totally honest with you, so we'll school you behind the scenes. Lil Wayne not to be performing in New Orleans for the Super Bowl is egregious. And it gotta stop. It gotta stop. Mike, we'll tell you what's going on later. It gotta stop, bro. It gotta stop, man.
Yeah, and I'm doubling down on that. Hating at this age is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
I love Lil Wayne.
It's wild, bro.
Man. I work with Lil Wayne. I love him. Great dude. Great dude.
And this has nothing towards Kendrick. If anybody deserved it, Kendrick deserved it. But there's some backstory going on.
Yeah.
Why Lil Wayne is not performing the Super Bowl.
All good points.
Right, I can dig it.
Yeah, that's sad. That's so sad. Yeah, that's like really sad. Like, come on.
Hell, bro.
You're that insecure, man. Like, come on.
It's crazy.
And then DJ Academics also jumped in on this theory that Jay-Z might be behind pushing Kendrick, and he even mentioned Drake's 2015 diss track Charged Up as a possible reason for all the tension. Academics wrote on X, Jay-Z and Roc Nation responsible for curating the Super Bowl halftime show. Remember that. Academics also shared this post on IG saying, Jay-Z set up the play. Drake, Jay ain't forget about that Charged Up verse. He the higher-ups. As for the fans, those who are still Team Drake are convinced this is some industry-wide conspiracy against Drizzy. But most people are saying Drake and his crew are overthinking it. At the end of the day, Jay-Z and the NFL are just going to do what's best for business. And with Kendrick having the biggest rap song of the year and being that guy right now, it makes total sense that they choose him for that halftime show. But you know who's still throwing a tantrum over all this? That's right, Drake. Just when you thought he couldn't get any pettier, Drake went ahead and filed 2 legal petitions against his own label, UMG, claiming they artificially inflated the popularity of Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us. Drake's legal team then filed 2 separate petitions asking UMG to hand over evidence about how Not Like Us blew up. The first petition accuses UMG and Spotify of breaking RICO laws and manipulating streams with fake accounts and influencers. Drake claims UMG boosted Not Like Us by using bots to fake streams, paying Spotify to promote the track secretly, and even using payola to get it played on the radio. On top of that, his lawyers say UMG paid influencers and social media platforms to push the song without revealing the financial deals behind it.
Drake used my video in a lawsuit against Universal Music Group? What? Play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify. I see dead people. That's crazy.
The filing also mentioned some headlines that went viral after Not Like Us dropped, like a Vibe magazine article that claimed Apple's Siri was directing people searching for Drake's Certified Lover Boy to Kendrick's Not Like Us instead. But that's not all. Drake also claims that UMG's actions messed with his money because their supposed favoritism toward Kendrick and all the hype around Not Like Us took attention away from his own music, which allegedly hurt sales of Drake's music. And it gets crazier. The filing also claims that UMG tried to shift the blame and told Drake he should sue Kendrick instead of them. Now let's talk about the second petition Drake's lawyers filed in Texas, just a day after the first one in New York. This time, Drake's accusing UMG and iHeartRadio of running a sketchy promo campaign for Not Like Us. But the main issue here is defamation. Drake says that the song uses harmful phrases like certified pedophile and calls him a predator. Drake argues that UMG should have either blocked the release or made Kendrick change those lyrics. Instead, he claims the label used the controversy to make money, which ended up damaging his reputation and business. On top of that, Drake is accusing UMG of payola, paying radio stations, especially iHeartRadio, to make sure Not Like Us got tons of airplay. And legally, this could be a violation of the Communications Act of 1934. Now, these filings could really shine a light on how shady and unfair the music industry can be, but it all comes down to whether the court buys Drake's claims. And if the evidence supports him, Drake could go forward with an actual lawsuit against UMG. But UMG is already firing back, and not only are they denying the allegations and calling them offensive, but they're also throwing some shade at Drake, basically implying that he's just upset because Kendrick is getting more real love from fans. In a statement to Billboard, UMG said, "The suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear." But there's another side of the story, and a lot of fans are speculating that Drake didn't file these petitions because he genuinely cares about about making the music industry more fair, but instead to try and legally block Kendrick from performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. In fact, according to Media Takeout, Drake even sent a cease and desist to the NFL, threatening legal action if they let Kendrick perform what he considers the defamatory track Not Like Us. A source told Media Takeout that Drake's lawyers informed the NFL that he plans to sue Universal Music, and if they let Kendrick perform the song at the Super Bowl, the NFL will be part of the lawsuit too. But it looks like the NFL isn't taking Drake's threats too seriously. Sources close to Jay-Z say Roc Nation has already warned Drake that he's making a big mistake if he thinks he can stop Kendrick from performing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, especially considering how big of a track it is for 2024. Meanwhile, fans are saying Drake trying to block Kendrick would be a huge move in the wrong direction because knowing Kendrick, he'd probably just let the crowd take over the song and sing it anyway. One fan said, "It won't matter if Kendrick doesn't perform Not Like Us, the spectators will perform it. Drake can't stop them." And another person added, "NFL net worth is over $160 billion. Also, the UMG label is in the billions as well. Someone tell that man to take his L and keep it moving before it gets dark." But what do you think about the idea that Jay-Z is settling scores with Birdman and Wayne by picking Kendrick for the Super Bowl? And do you think Drake can actually stop Kendrick from performing Not Like Us? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure you don't miss out on this next video.